Veterans re-entering civilian life face many challenges, including finding a job. Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Welcome to this edition of Military Makeover Operation Career. Today, we have 4 inspirational stories of former servicemen and women who have reinvented themselves and are thriving at companies who value their unique skills. In the tech world, innovation is definitely the key to success. And there's one award-winning company at the forefront of innovation that's utilizing veterans to help take creative problem solving to a whole new level. In fact, you could say their vision for the future is exponential.
My name is Christy Alford Harburg. I am the president and CEO of E2 Optics. I started E2 Optics with a vision to be a disruptor in a very male-dominated industry. E2 Optics is an IT low-voltage integrator specializing in structured cabling, audio-visual, physical security, and DAS wireless solutions.
My name is Jacob Woodliff, and I am a run-ops technician with E2 Optics. We work on the running equipment as well as upgrading and maintaining the currently installed equipment.
My name is Will Patrick. I work for E2 Optics and I'm a program manager. I provide mentorship and leadership to our project teams across the country, while at the same time providing strategic planning and business scalability to ensure our success into the future.
So all of the connectivity that drives networks, data centers, we do those installations to provide that service.
This has been the best organization that I've worked for. I was a very family-centric company, and through that, really looking after the well-being and the work experience of all of their employees. I served in the United States Marine Corps. I joined at 18 years old. I did 4 years on active duty and achieved the rank of corporal. I carry a lot of pride in having worn the cloth of the nation. I take a lot of pride in knowing that I was part of a pretty elite fraternity.
I enlisted in the Army National Guard in April of 2017. I'm still currently serving. I am a 88 Mike, which is a motor vehicle operator. I take pride in being a member of the Army National Guard in that I know that I'm serving the country as well as my state and my local community.
E2 Optics is so unique in our industry, and we definitely stand above the rest. And I believe it is because of our incredible culture. It's a culture where everybody has an opportunity to express their entrepreneurialism. We like to work together as a team, to collaborate. And with that, it's not just a job, it's a career for life.
Being a part of the veteran community within this organization is special. We specifically look to hire veterans, not just because of some of the specific skill sets they may have learned while they were in the military that can easily translate to this industry, but more so into their integrity, their work ethic, the discipline they've learned, are all key contributors to being successful in this business.
When I came into the industry, I had no experience, and through the vast knowledge of people who've been in this industry for 15, 20 years, took me under their wing, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today without them. I've learned so much.
What E2 Optics has with internally is a veteran community that allows veterans from all walks of life to get together, to collaborate, to talk about their struggles, and really unite as one team. This is what really makes E2 so attractive and so unique in our industry.
E2 has a very large community of veterans. There are people that I can go to who have served in the past or are currently serving if I have any questions.
These are individuals that have sacrificed their life, they have left their family, their friends to give to us and fight for our freedoms.
They've given me the ability to come in and execute my duties and put trust in me to make the best decisions possible.
As international conflicts multiply, maintaining the safety of our data becomes more vital every day. Cybersecurity has become priority number 1 across both private and governmental agencies. No one is better prepared to take on this complex mission than our veterans. The cybersecurity battlefield offers careers where they can perform a critical mission after leaving the military.
Safeguarding data for the U.S. government, as well as thousands of private corporations, is the primary mission for cybersecurity giant Forcepoint Federal. With hundreds of vets on their team and the desire to hire more, Forcepoint understands the challenges and how to lead in this increasingly complex environment.
We work collaboratively together to solve some of the hardest problems that exist within cybersecurity, but it's more important than ever because it's protecting those digital assets, protecting how we communicate. I would say that our technologies have absolutely stopped bad things from happening.
Think of how sensitive information is moved, especially with the growth of cybersecurity. We want to keep the good stuff in and the bad guys out.
But keeping the bad guys out takes a special mindset that many veterans know well: mission success.
I wanted to be a part of a mission that was greater than myself. That has been inbred me in the core of who I am and who I continue to be, and finding an organization that satisfies those itches, satisfies those needs. And when I came here, it was a natural fit for me.
Why we have such a large volume of former military people working within Forcepoint is that they recognize there's that same level of mission focus and camaraderie.
While working for Forcepoint requires a high level of technical expertise, that is not a requirement for new hires.
I was an infantry officer, so I had nothing to do with technology or cybersecurity from my training in the Marine Corps. But what the Marine Corps, gave me was all of those skills, those, leadership skills, and it's that set of skills that most readily are aligned with what we do as a business.
When I came through the front door, I knew nothing about tech. I knew nothing about Forcepoint.
We certainly recognize that those who have served have a unique set of skills that we absolutely need.
Like many veterans, service to their country was a defining chapter that will forever be with them.
Growing up, I've been around nothing but Marines, uncles, cousins, so Marine Corps has been near and dear to my heart for as long as I've been.
My father was a Marine, and I always wanted to join the service. I wanted to wear the uniform, I wanted to see what it was like, and what was supposed to be 4 years ended up turning into a career, and I'm forever grateful for it.
I came from a military family. I always knew that I was going to join the military.
And became part of Marine Helicopter Squadron 1. Marine Helicopter Squadron 1 is the helicopter squadron that flies the President, Vice President, and heads of state for all their helicopter air transportation needs.
But serving, then leaving the service is challenging for many veterans.
It's tumultuous, I would say. No one exit strategy is going to be the same.
I recognized when I left the Marine Corps in 1997 that I needed to reorient myself to the commercial world.
And that's probably one of the biggest things about transition that's harder, is that you're leaving the mission-oriented unit and you're going into this big wild world of the unknown. And you're trying to find what is your passion? What makes you get up in the morning every day? And I didn't know what that was.
Forcepoint understands the challenge. With its laser focus on defending the country, as well as private institutions, it's an ideal environment for these transitioning heroes.
The business that Forcepoint does is heavily oriented towards defense and intelligence community establishment. Therefore, some of the best people that you want to hire in support of that are people who have served.
I do it because I'm part of a team who is very like-minded, and they have the same motivations that I have in mission accomplishment. And we go above and beyond wherever needed.
I think Forcepoint's a great place because it gives you the opportunity to give back to the communities. It's the best company you've never heard of.
And perhaps for a company shrouded in secrecy, that's a pretty good thing. Forcepoint, security simplified.
Satellites, wireless cell phones, self-driving cars. The future of our world changes quicker than a drill instructor making a buck private drop and give him 50. Thankfully, a global company with millions of users keeps us connected with the help of our veterans. That's what I call good service.
My name is Dave Scott. I'm the Executive Vice President and Chief Human Resource Officer here at Dish Network. Our vision here at Dish is to change the way that the world communicates, and our mission is to connect people and things. And when you think of the broadness of what that mission and vision provides, that really the path to our future is unlimited. Our team here at Dish is made up of more than 15,000 team members in a variety of functions. All of them are important in serving our consumers, which is really one of our core values, is to be customer-centric.
My name is Robert Organ. I work in customer satisfaction. I've been in the Army National Guard for 13 years. It's kind of a unique job where it's part-time most of the time, but at any time I could be called up to deploy overseas or anything like that.
My name is Mike Watson. I'm a lawyer here at Dish, and I work on the wireless side. I drill with the unit just outside of New Orleans, Louisiana. Being a reservist, there are lots of us out there, guards people, reservists, and that whole thing is really learning about how to make the two worlds work together well.
The support system here is fantastic. They know when I'm going to be gone, when I'm working weekends for the National Guard. And my manager is really great about that as well.
We take our lessons from the military aspect and reapply those in the civilian world.
Here at Dish, we have 4 core values: curiosity, pride, adventure, and winning. And they're very similar to those values that you've gained through your time in service.
CPAW parallels the Army values quite a bit. The one that I take to heart here at Dish the most is adventure. I'm all about learning new things and trying whatever I can to learn and get results.
You always have to balance the two concepts of mission first and people always. You can't have one without the other. You don't have the people there unless you have a mission to accomplish and a goal to work toward.
I think my military service was a bit unique. I started right out of high school as a cadet at the United States Coast Guard Academy. That time at the U.S. Coast Guard Academy not just taught me a huge respect for what the military does, but it gave me lifelong skills that helped me be successful even today. Skills and capabilities that you've learned in the service: leadership, confidence, decision-making, really tie in nicely to the tapestry of talent that we have here at Dish. And then add on top the technical skills that you've learned through service can really drive for a great career here within our environment.
There are lots of other active military people here at Dish, as well as a lot of veterans.
Of course, we have a veterans resource group that's established to make sure that we help in those transitional moments into the organization and also provide a sense of camaraderie across the business.
I think what has really grabbed me here is I've noticed the veterans resource group goes beyond the service member.
And we're always trying to do community events and help out not only our community but veterans here at Dish.
I knew that I wanted to be in an organization that was in a new industry like technology. Dish hit my radar, and really from my first moment of being on campus, I knew that this was the place that I belonged.
I hold the very strong belief that veterans are incredibly good for a business. They bring a background and a breadth and depth of experience that helps them deal with ambiguity and chaos.
One of the great things about employment opportunities at Dish is that you don't have to have all of the prerequisite skills. And in fact, we really look at making sure that our team members have energy, intelligence, and need to achieve. All 3 of those capabilities are ones that you've learned in the service.
For the first time in my civilian career, I've been involved with a really sort of moonshot goal, because we need to move into the next phase of connecting people and things. And really that future is all about virtualized networks on the cloud. What we're doing, no other provider across the world has done yet at scale. You always want to be better tomorrow than you were today, especially better than you were yesterday.
There is a connectivity that we have in leaning forward and thinking about others and making sure that their needs are met. And there's a camaraderie within the team to ensure that all of us together fulfill our mission and our vision.
disaster strikes, it can seem like all is lost. At that moment, you'll want the help from those who've been trained at dealing with a crisis. Today, we're visiting a company that restores hope to their customers, a company that employs veterans for their invaluable experience.
First Onsite is a company that is special. We are a fast-growing company, but we never lose sight of the people. And I think anyone that walks in our doors feels that. One of the really neat things about First Onsite is that we not only go in to rebuild buildings, we help people in their time of need. If there's a hurricane or a flood in your basement, someone's there that pays attention to them, that listens to them, that helps them start to rebuild their lives. The military world have already built that into the way they think. They have the resources and the training to be able to apply knowledge in unusual ways to make sure that we can get the job done. So it's a great way for us to take a look at what they've learned in the military and apply it to what we need in our industry.
I started in a reserve unit, and upon graduating high school, I went active duty. I was a combat medic, so I traveled throughout Germany supporting the infantry units. Once I got out, it was like, what am I going to do? I wasn't really sure what kind of support that they had for veterans, and sometimes, there was even a little bit of kind of anger and resentment. Like, what do I do? How do I put my life back together after having been in this type of environment? In 2017, when Hurricane Harvey hit, I was looking for companies that were looking for volunteers to do cleanup. And First Onsite happened to be one of the companies that I applied for. And within 48 hours, I was on site. Everything I was doing in the military, except for the medical aspect, I am doing with First Onsite. I've gone from combat boots to steel-toe boots, from wearing a Kevlar to a hard hat, from wearing a rucksack to a backpack. Even though it's in the civilian world, I still consider it being called to serve. We have quite a few veterans with the company that I've spoken to, and we all kind of talk about how the things we learned in the military impact our ability to perform within the company.
I joined the Marine Corps to escape poverty. With my mom being a single mom on disability, with 3 kids, there wasn't a lot of options. So when I got out, it's like, what do I do? Being a military person coming into this type of field or choosing this type of career, you can grow. The skills that a veteran learns in the military, they transition very well into our career. I was only in the Marine Corps for 3 years, and I'm a senior project manager. If I'd been in 20 years, I'd probably be president of the company. It is one of the best decisions I ever made coming to work for First Onsite. Even though we're the second largest restoration company in North America, there's still a sense of family, of community that we have.
First Onsite is a place that you can come, be yourself, and continue to grow. We're looking for people that enjoy coming to work and want to be part of a community that does good for other people.
There's resources out there for people. There's companies that will help veterans.
There are so many transferable skills that you learn in the military, and that's something that we look for every day.
People that are transitioning out of the military, consider First Onsite, because I'm sure you'd find a place here.
Great to see that after sacrificing so much through our military service, today's veterans were able to shine at these outstanding companies. I'm Montel Williams. Thanks so much for joining us on this episode of Military Makeover Operation Career. We'll see you next time.